Namaste, beloved. Namaste. How are you? My name is Syma, and I am a sacred feminine spiritual coach, author, and healer. And I am just here to support you during this time that we find ourselves in, during this time of COVID-19, coronavirus being all over the world. I know that we're all feeling so much right now. We're all going through so much right now. And I've been just taking some time to share inspirational posts on my social media, on my Instagram and Facebook. I'm at Flourishing Goddess, so you can find me. If you look up Flourishing Goddess on Google, you'll find everything, my website, my social media channels, everything. So I've been sharing some daily inspiration there, but I really felt called to make a video so that I can just provide some more in-depth support. And I've been receiving so many messages from Father, Mother, God, from the divine, even from the spirit or essence of the coronavirus itself, which I have been shown is here as a spiritual teacher, a great spiritual teacher. Now, I want to say that is not in any way to minimize the depth of grief and challenge and struggle and devastation that we're facing, right? One thing I'm deeply committed to and feel really passionate about being in the spiritual community is that we don't spiritually bypass. We really call something what it is. And this is a huge challenge, and it's created so much devastation for our sisters and brothers all over the world, especially the elderly and those who have lost their lives and their loved ones, and all of us who are struggling in the world with our livelihoods and fear of our health and safety and well-being. So we want to face, accept our feelings about what is, and just what is, what's here to show up. And what I want to do to support you, my loves, is to create some space where we can come together as sisters and brothers, siblings, as a family, no matter what our spiritual path, no matter what our beliefs. Now, as you know, if you are on this, you might know if you don't know about me, my channel is called Flourishing Goddess. So as a goddess coach and healer, my orientation is towards the divine feminine. I believe in God, but I teach a lot about goddesses, and I will be taking you through some divine feminine wisdom through goddesses that I've shared in my book. So I hope that is something that you're open to. If not, then I hope that you find another spiritual teacher or guidance and meditation that will really support you. And I still welcome you to just be open to what's coming through. If you have been called to watch this video, then hopefully there's something that will really serve you. So my loves, first of all, I just want to take a moment to honor where you are. And I invite you to take a moment to honor where you are. So for this, the goddess that's been really coming through for me. Now, here's something interesting in a side note. I was going to make a video, 10 lessons I've learned on my fertility journey. And I was just about to make that video when all this stuff began to hit us. And I've found that the messages, the spiritual lessons that I've learned are the same that are coming up on this journey, because the fertility journey is one filled with uncertainty. There can be grief, there can be loss, there's the lessons of surrender, lesson of letting go and letting God. And so I'm grateful for that journey and how it's prepared me for this time. And I'm praying that everything that I have learned has helped me now to hold space for you and all of us as we navigate this journey together. Okay, my love. So the first goddess that's coming through on this journey, the first spiritual message, we have here the Goddess Ereshkigal and Inanna. And in truth, this chapter was really dedicated to both of them, but I think the Ereshkigal is the heroine here of the story. And Ereshkigal represents our shadow self and the deepest, darkest parts of our unconscious at the bottom, at the absolute depth. And when we are faced with an event that can seem scary, life-threatening, livelihood-threatening, global, a pandemic, it can shake us to our core. And it can bring up our most primal fears and, emotions. And the way Ereshkigal is, her message, her wisdom, right? In her time of grief, when she's grieving over her beloved dying, is when these two creatures are sent down to the underworld, and these creatures offer her unconditional compassion and empathy. And one of the first lessons, gifts of this moment, of this time, my love, is be so compassionate with yourself, with however you are feeling. It's okay in this moment if you're scared. It's okay in this moment if you're feeling grief for what's happening in the world. It's okay if you're feeling anxious. It's okay if you're feeling frustrated. It's okay if you're feeling insecure about your finances. It's okay if you're feeling a little scarce and you feel like you need to go buy supplies for your family. And first we extend this compassion towards ourselves, and then we can extend this compassion towards others who might be making these choices, right? There's so much that's happened previous to this in our world that has created a lot of divide, a lot of right and wrong, and just opposition and being on different sides and just being very uncompassionate with each other. And one of the lessons that this virus is teaching us very blatantly is how we are all connected, right? Because it is beyond borders, it is beyond race, it is beyond religion, it is beyond gender. And it's exchanged through our breath, through our essence, through our togetherness, and how we influence each other and how we're interconnected. And in its own strange way, and it's very challenging to us to face it, but it's showing us how interconnected we are. And this compassion, my loves, first and foremost, let us be so compassionate with whatever is coming up for you right now. You don't have to think positive. You don't have to, have perfect faith in this moment. You're fine just as you are. Accept how you feel. Let whatever the world conditions right now, because it's not just the virus, but it's everything it's influencing and interconnected to, right? Our politics, our healthcare systems, our governments, our economy, our work, our livelihoods, our care for our family, everything that it's interconnected to, that it's bringing up for us, where it's triggering us at the deepest level, that part of us that's coming up in that fear energy. And for me, fear, I'm just going to maybe call it fear, but underneath the umbrella of fear is all the other emotions, the darker emotions, right? It's okay, we're human, and it's okay whatever you feel. And this is where the Goddess Quan Yin comes in as a beautiful heroine as well, with her grace. She's offering us this compassion. And Kuan Yin, as the Eastern Buddhist goddess of grace and mercy and wisdom and compassion and enlightenment, who will not allow herself to be free on the other side until she has helped each human being be liberated and free. The message from her of this time is, this is here to awaken us. It's here to awaken us to, again, our oneness, our interconnectedness, and perhaps wake us up to certain realizations that are now becoming so clear. Our connection and our relationship with Mother Earth, with each other, with our animals, right, with our people, with our way of working, our way of consuming, our way of maybe being distracted in our life. And look at the way it's showing us maybe how much we miss those day-to-day things of seeing each other, of being in each other's spaces, of having stores fully stocked, right? Having that paycheck, and how much maybe we normally complain about things, the traffic or the job or, all kinds of things. And waking us to the realization of the blessings that we have. So bringing us a sense of gratitude. And again, this is with no judgment or no shame or guilt. Kuan Yin is bringing this as a healing to show us that we all depend on each other, right? What might happen in a country somewhere else with, who knows, a supply chain issue or whatever it is can affect us. And we might not realize how we depend on each other so much. And this is bringing us this other gift of how close and connected and interdependent we all are, and how having each other's best interests at heart, wanting the best for each other, is one of our collective purposes and our individual purposes. And they keep bringing me back, though, my loves, to you right now. So right now, just hold space for yourself. Whatever you're going through, whatever's coming up, it's okay. Ereshkigal, our unconscious, our primal, most ancient self, is maybe in survival mode. And it's bringing up that which needs to be gently and compassionately witnessed, honored, accepted, processed, healed through compassion and unconditional self-love and unconditional self-acceptance. And then we offer that to each other with grace, with humility. And with humility comes in our next goddess, whose message is to surrender. Kali Ma, the Hindu warrioress. She gives us courage in times of uncertainty. She is the force of the universe, of God, of the divine, of the benevolent mother, who will ruthlessly cut away what's not serving us. So in the tarot, for example, this is like the Tower card. It's going to break everything down. It's going to break it and destroy it from the very foundational level. But it's breaking those structures, those systems that actually in truth were not really serving us, or that are outmoded, outdated, that need a revolution and a transformation. And when it happens, that's on a macro level. When it's happening for us on a micro personal level, Kali Ma's question to us is, who am I when everything I know, everything I identify with, everything I depend on is being taken from me, or breaking down, or changing, or in the most uncomfortable and abrupt ways. Abrupt change is Kali Ma's signature. So just how quickly everything has happened. It's Kali Ma's dance right now, my loves. But she trusts in us. She, God, Goddess, the divine, only bring us what they entrust us to embrace and to spin gold from, to not so much rise above and overcome, right? But to be victorious through our resilience, and by enriching ourselves with the lessons and the blessings, the wake-up calls, the enlightenment that it brings us. Maybe there are better ways for us to support each other, depend on each other, work, live our lives, appreciate each other. Maybe there's something new here for you. And Kali Ma always brings change, where even though there is pain and death and destruction, from her perspective, the divine's perspective, there's eternal life, and all is truly in divine order. That in chaos, in uncertainty, God is in charge. God is in charge of you. God is in charge of me. God is in charge of us. God is in charge of this coronavirus. God is in charge of our economy. God is in charge of our health. God is in charge of our loved ones. God is in charge of those beautiful souls that are passing, whose sacrifice is bringing us this awakening, even though, again, that does not in any way undo the absolute pain and grief of their loss, and their human life being gone. Because, again, spiritually, we can know that we are eternal beings and we're always connected to each other and our loved ones, and that death is a part of the cycle. But we're human, and our human selves absolutely have the right and the need to naturally grieve. And that's why Ereshkigal and Kuan Yin were first, my loves. Again, just to face and honor what is, not in any way to undermine it and minimize it. It's very deeply difficult, the losses that we're facing with our human family. And for that, may we be blessed with infinite grace and comfort and healing. And may these lives who are making their transition from this human incarnation to the souls, may they be as angels, may they be free, may they be fully at divine peace and grace and surrounded by thousands of angels. And may we wake up to honoring their life, honoring what happened, honoring what's happening, and love each other more, love our world more, love our life more. Really, really have each other's back and support each other. And Goddess Ma is here bringing this most uncomfortable wake-up call. But if we can open ourselves to it, she, the divine, has our best interest at heart. And truly, this is here to serve us each individually and all of us collectively. So how can we open to this transformation that's happening everywhere? What are the spiritual and life and practical lessons for us? How can we embrace them to create a new way of being that serves all of us, a new way of living, a new earth? This is part of this calling right now, my loves, of this wake-up call. How can we as light workers, as healers and priestesses, really anchor ourselves? We are made for moments like this. How can we be those warriors of light to bring peace and healing and send out this light and love out all over the world? And to that, the beautiful goddess Isis comes through. Isis is showing me that Father, Mother, God are sending so many angels. There are angels in the virus. There are angels who are coming through the vaccines and the treatment. There are angels with our beloved healthcare workers. There are angels with our scientists. There are angels being sent to all of us, protecting us, blessing us. Isis is showing me that we are opening to inviting in and appreciating greater health and fortifying our auras, our immune systems with divine light and love. So we'll do a meditation together, and we will invite beautiful angels and divine love, light, health, radiance that Goddess Isis is showing me she's supporting us with, to not only fill ourselves up, right, but to be the light workers and the priestesses and the medicine women spiritually, and men and brothers and sisters, to beam out love and healing light and energy to all beings everywhere. So this is a time for us to rise, for those of us who are feel called to have a higher purpose, to serve and support each other, all of us, to whatever that may look like for you. Maybe it's praying every day for each other, or it's sending out Reiki to everyone, or just intentions. But when we collectively do this, our power is amplified as a group, and it really opens us to instant and profound healing and miracles for us and for our whole world. So Isis Ma, Mother Isis, is showing me how this is a time of profound spiritual, where Kali Ma is doing this destruction and abrupt change and transformation in our physical attachments, right? The things that we depend on, our structures, our systems, money, all these tangible things. She's breaking them down so that we can ask and remember, who am I without all of this? Who am I in the face of all this being tested, taken, broken down, transformed, when I have no control? She's bringing us that gift of complete surrender, that we're actually never in control. God is always in charge. But what a relief that is. What a relief that is. God is in charge. And what we're meant to do is do what God leads us to do. How can we do that to the best of our ability? By having a moment to get quiet and listen to God's voice, to our higher selves, to our angels, our souls, however you connect with the divine. So my love, the invitation for you is, what can you do in those moments of fear where once you process it, you give yourself that unconditional compassion and love and support and hold space for yourself to then ask Kali Ma, ask God, God, what are you here to teach me? What would you have me learn? How is this here to help me grow? How is this here to help me level up spiritually or in my life and for the world and in service? How may I serve? What's been really helpful for me is if I get into me mode, like what's going to happen to me or this or that. And trust me, I'm very much affected by a lot of these changes. My IVF has been put on hold. I have 2 sweet embryo babies. We call them snow babies or ice babies or M babies because they're basically frozen until we do our frozen embryo transfers. And my babies are on hold, and I miss them and I love them. And most clinics, right, are following guidance right now to just put all that stuff on hold, which I completely understand and agree with. But it was another moment of surrender. But trust me, when you're on the fertility journey for as long as Eric and I have been, and all my fertility sisters, leave me a comment if you know, only we can. Just patience and surrender and just things being out of your control is something you get used to, and just giving it to God and being like, okay, well, there's nothing I can do, so I will do nothing. As in, not try, not push, not resist, but just release that energy and that pressure. But I will do what God guides me to do. I will surrender. And Father, Mother, God, how may I serve? So as I was saying, however I've been affected in my life, and there's other places as well. Of course, I'm very concerned about my and Eric's parents who are older. So many things. And coming back to how may I serve? So I'm Canadian, and I believe we can take credit for this, even though we're very humble. But I believe it's the Canadians, a fellow sister in Toronto, who started caremongering on social media and Facebook, I believe. I'm part of the group in my city, and we are doing these caremongering groups where we are just supporting each other. We have specific hashtags where we're there. If somebody needs groceries picked up, or some people need baby diapers and formula, and we're just helping each other out. We're showing each other how we can support each other. And so how may I serve really gets us out of ourselves. So if you're feeling like you're getting a little stuck in that, this is where Goddess Isis really wants us to step up and say, how can I be of service? How can I help? Whatever gift you have, share it on social media to uplift people, to bring people support and love. Whatever you can offer it, especially if we have more time now, right? But at the same time, if you just need some downtime to process everything, if you need to take a nap, it's okay, right? Be gentle with yourself. Love yourself, be a friend to yourself, be kind to yourself, be loving with yourself. We are in this together. And I don't have any notes or key messages right now as I might normally. So a lot of this is just sort of going with the flow. But these are some of the messages that have been coming through that I really hope are serving you. And so we ask ourselves, how do I serve? How, in the midst of all this that's being destroyed or transformed, and it's completely out of my control, who am I? How am I going to show up? This was something that I went through when we lost our third baby last year, right before Christmas holidays. And it was absolutely devastating. I honored the grief as I was sharing with Ereshkigal. So I really speak from an embodied experience place of how I was just on the couch for a few days, and feeling the full depth and heaviness of that grief. But one of my lessons was, okay, who will I be in the face of this loss? Who will I be? How am I going to show up? Right? So these times of uncertainty and challenge, Kali Ma asks us, who are you now? Who are you going to be? And how are you going to show up? And that is something that we do have control over. In fact, maybe one of the only things, right? So how would your spirit, how would God, how would your higher self have you show up for these times? What is being called upon and from within you to wake up, to rise, to show up for yourself, for your family, for your community, for our world right now? But without any pressure. Right? Gently, gently, gently. Like I said, if you need a day to take a nap or watch Netflix, that's okay. And when you're back in the mood to, come to this kind of place, I'm here for you, my love. And another goddess that I want to share with you that is coming through for us is our beautiful Pachamama. Pachamama, Gaia, Mother Earth. She brought me a message of abundance for us all. And remembering Lakshmi Ma, that our abundance is so interconnected to our reverence for Mother Earth and how much the physical is sacred. That's why one of the reasons I'm so passionate about the goddess path, the goddess spirituality messages, right? Because we're not just valuing only the spiritual and esoteric and mystical, but we are appreciative of how the physical is so sacred, how sacred it is to have food, access to food, and the health of our physical body temple, how sacred our beautiful bodies are. So Pachamama is saying, please root into me, my loves, my children. I'm your mother. I'm here for you. So root into Pachamama and let her Shakti, her life force energy, just send you this beautiful vitality and energy, anchoring you here, helping you know that you are safe, you are secure, you are stable. And maybe if that means just affirming that right now, I have a roof on my head, I have food on my table or my fridge or my shelves. And if we're in the moment where that is a challenge, then surrendering to the divine and opening to receive support, remembering you are a child of God. God is in charge. God is in your challenge. God is in your solution. And with God, all things are possible. Everything is possible. So your miracle, your abundance, your support is coming, is here. And if you need support, my love, I invite you to join these kinds of groups that are everywhere right now, community groups, and reach out and ask for support. There's so much love and support that's being poured out right now. And Pachamama is opening us to her gift of generosity. One of the best things we can do when we're feeling scarce is give, is share. It reminds us that we come from infinite abundance. Pachamama is our earth manifestation of the infinite abundance of the divine. Lakshmi Ma's infinite ocean of abundance. So the truth is, our paycheck, our clients, our employer, our savings, they are not the source of our supply. The source of our supply, if you're open to this, a person of faith or spiritually inclined, then we can open to the knowing that the divine, Father, Mother, God are the source of our supply. And as children of Father, Mother, God, we are going to be infinitely and always loved, supported, sustained, taken care of. And in a moment where there is any perceived lack or actual lack, let us open to receiving support and also see how we may offer. Maybe we need one thing and we can open to receiving that, but maybe there's something else that we can give, even if that's a prayer. Prayer is actually priceless and miraculous and deeply powerful. Pachamama's message and Lakshmi Ma's message coming through right now is that we are held, we are supported. Our governments are, rising up to support us. In Italy, we have the cancellation, I believe, or at least a pause or hold on mortgages and rents. In Canada right now, every day our Prime Minister is announcing new ways to support us. And it was so beautiful. The message yesterday was just from our leaders, our political leaders, that we don't want you concerned about the only thing we want you concerned about right now is your health, and we're going to help to take care of the roof on your head and the food on your table. So don't worry about that. We've got you. So we're stepping up for each other on the micro and macro level, but the divine is always in charge. Father, Mother, God are going to always take care of you. I have so many free resources, so hopefully this will support you as well on my channel. Meditations for abundance, and videos for health, chakra healing. So if you want to clear your chakras, surrendering, releasing, how to have more faith, there's hopefully beautiful resources that will really support you, that I hope you'll binge watch or maybe take a little dose of each day to just keep you filled up with that divine light and love. Pachamama, Father, Mother, God, Lakshmi Ma are going to support us. And let's remember and affirm that I'm infinitely and abundantly supported by my parent, Father, Mother, God. I am a child of the universe, and the universe pours its infinite abundance to me and through me, and I open to all the different channels and means through which it seeks to find me and come to me in overflow. Okay, my love. So with that, how about we meditate together? And definitely leave me in the comments how these messages have served you, what resonated, how it spoke to you, how you may apply it, how you might maybe hopefully approach things a little differently, with a little more compassion and faith and surrender and receptivity and generosity and whatever else came through for you. Let us meditate, my loves. We'll invite these goddesses, Father, Mother, God, and if you're not into the goddesses, just you can invite them as aspects of God or your own higher self. However, whatever works for you, I invite you to receive it, and I hope that it serves you. So my beautiful assistant Clarice is with me because I'm actually recording this as a live stream. So my love Clarice, if you can let me know, I'm going to put some background music on just to help us have a nice meditation, but I want to make sure it sounds good. So Clarice, my love, can you just tell me on the live stream chat if the music is okay? Is it too loud? Let's see what Clarice says. I hope you guys like this music. It's by Thaddeus, called Blending with Your Soul. And let's see. Okay, Clarice says it's just perfect. Yay, thank you, my love. Okay, dears. Let's take a moment. I'm going to ring the bell, and hopefully it's safe for you to close your eyes. If not, just pause and come back when you're ready. And gently closing your eyes, getting so comfortable. If you're sitting down, seeing beautiful roots growing from your soles through the ground, through the earth, all the way to the center of Mother Earth. And seeing Pachamama, Mother Earth, send you back her beautiful Shakti as it rises up through her roots, back into your feet, back into the base of your spine, and through your entire body, just giving you that boost of vitality. And if you're open to connecting with your beautiful angels, I do see your angels around you, and they're creating a beautiful bubble of light. And this bubble of light just transporting you into an inner temple of peace. And here you are greeted by these beautiful goddesses. First comes Ereshkigal, and then Kuan Yin, Kali Ma, Isis, and Pachamama, who's already with you. Lakshmi Ma is here too, and the goddess Ixchel, the beautiful Mayan goddess of health and healing, is here, the medicine woman. And first, these goddesses, as they sit with you, ask that you share with them everything you're feeling right now, especially your concerns and your fears. Pour your heart out, beloved. Tell them, I'm so afraid of. I'm anxious about. I'm angry and frustrated about. I'm sad about. I'm worried about. I'm stressed about. I don't know about. And as you're sharing this and anything else you need to share, the goddesses hold you, and especially Ereshkigal and Kuan Yin offer you their unconditional empathy, honoring everything you're sharing. And they fill you with unconditional compassion. Kuan Yin showers you with the light of 1,000 lotus flowers. She offers to you her Amrita waters, her beautiful vase filled with the water of healing and radiance and miracles. You drink it, which immediately clears you and soothes you. They hold. And Kali Ma now asks, my child, I know everything I'm doing, everything that's happening. It is breaking down so much. Who are you? How are you going to show up? You ask Kali Ma, Father, Mother, God, my higher self, what is this here to teach me? How is all this here to serve me? Perhaps they reveal this to you through an inner knowing, a message, something you hear or see or sense or feel. Just trust whatever's coming. How am I being called to show up, to rise up in greater faith, strength, resilience, grace, surrender, generosity, compassion, oneness, reverence, and so much more. Love. And they show you how this is all happening for you. And they pour divine light and love out to and through you. They show you the greatest blessings intended for you here and us all. And affirming now, Father, Mother, God, Kali Ma, my higher self, I surrender and I open to being all that I'm meant to be through this. I open to learning the lessons you would have me learn. I surrender and I offer myself fully to be a channel of your light, love, and blessings. And Pachamama comes in and she showers you with infinite abundance, and Lakshmi Ma brings this ocean of abundance, waves upon waves of golden light flowing to and through you and then flowing out of you in physical form, in money, support, food, abundance, creative ideas, offerings, services that you are generously offering, and you are being blessed in return 100-fold. And how we all are doing this now, receiving, being conduits of infinite love, light, abundance, peace, joy, blessings, healing, service for ourselves and each other. It ripples out from us and comes back to us manifold. And the goddess Ixchel is here now with Ixchel. Ixchel, she just fills your body, every single cell of your body. Beautiful Ixchel and Ices are just seeing them radiate, opening them to infinite radiance. You see every cell shining so gold as it releases the energy of fear for healing, purification, transmutation. By Father, Mother, God, by the Holy Spirit, by your higher self, by these healing goddesses, whoever, whatever divine you wish to surrender to, beloved. At the cellular level, you are releasing old pain, programming, fear, trauma, tightness, stress. Surrendering it to the divine. Every cell in your body buzzing with light, radiating perfect health, Your immune system shining, humming, singing. Kali Ma comes into your immune system now to be that protectress, the divine warrioress. Isis Ma just has her falcon wings all around you, protecting your aura, but fortifying your aura as you now send this light and love out. And let us imagine that together we are holding hands. We have our left palm up and we open our right palm down. From our heart centers and all this beautiful divine health and compassion and light and faith and strength and abundance and generosity and surrender and hope that we are shining with. From our hearts, we beam that out. We let that energy flow into our right arm, pouring out of our right hand to the beautiful sibling, our sister or brother, by our right side. And with our left hand, we receive it to the one sitting at our left. And we are creating this circuit of love and light. And as we hold hands now as light workers, as healers, as priestesses, as channels of divine light and love, amplifying our power, we see how each of our spiritual light shines so much brighter, and we're centered and exuberant in our spiritual power, our power to heal, uplift each other, and now our world. So let us send this out to our entire world. Let us send this out to Mother Earth. Let us send this out to all beings everywhere. Infinite love and light. May we all be as we all are in Father, Mother, God's perfect care, complete protection, infinite abundant support. We squeeze each other's hands with so much love. And bring your hands to your body, maybe one on your heart, one on your belly. Anchoring all this love. And affirming to Father, Mother, God, thank you. I'm here. I am ready. I surrender. I receive. And resting your hands down, we see ourselves filled and surrounded by beautiful golden light or any color light that is in resonance with you. The light of love, the light of health, the light of radiance and abundance and peace and wisdom and grace and protection. And we see that even as we are protected, we are connected. We see our entire planet and all beings in a beautiful bubble of divine light and love. God is in charge. We let go and we let God, and we do that which God leads us to do for our greatest good and the greatest good of all. So be it, and so it is. Coming fully back to your body, beloved. The goddesses still surrounding us, our angels surrounding us, blessing us. Receiving any final message that you need to. And if you wish, just bowing down, thanking Father, Mother, God, your higher self, and these divine goddesses and angels who have supported us. Opening to infinite divine love, light, and support as we continue on. Plugging back into it whenever we need. Being channels of it for ourselves and each other. And feeling our feet rooted back into Mother Earth, slowly opening our eyes. Coming fully back, beloved. How are you feeling? How was this? I hope that served you, beloved. There have been so many messages, so much guidance that has come through. So in this time together, I have just offered myself to share what wants to come through right now. And I will continue to be here for you, holding space for you. Let me know how this served you. Please share it with anyone that you feel may be open to this, that may need this, may be served by this. And I would love for you to visit me at flourishinggoddess.com, where I have so many more free resources, meditations and video trainings to really support you during this time. And it's easier for me to send out email messages and send you some extra support. That way, it's usually more organized, and I can just do some extra special things for my tribe over there. Daily posts to help day to day with these things, because videos I can make, every so often, and I will be doing my best to sit with you more often. What we did today is a little bit of a combination of what I do in my monthly online goddess circles. And if you want to be part of a community right now of beautiful soul sisters, please join me at flourishinggoddessschool.com and visit my monthly goddess circles, because we have a beautiful community of women who get together with me every month, and I will share one goddess. So this month we're doing the Black Madonna, the Divine Dark Mother, and I had no idea when I created that circle that how much we would actually need that support. So we get together, and it's just such a beautiful way, especially right now, to ensure that we don't feel isolated, that we feel connected, that we are anchoring into spiritual support and filling our cups and receiving inspiration and feeling empowered and connected, so that we can then be these light workers and priestesses, healers in our world. So that's an invitation I would love to extend to you. If you want to take a journey with the goddesses right now, if you have time, Goddess Reclaimed, I take you through 13 goddesses with meditation. So right now, given everything we're going through, that kind of journey that came through, it's a journey I go on very often with these and additional goddesses that I've also shared in there. It's a beautiful time to embrace transformation. So I hope that you'll open to considering Goddess Reclaimed, if that will serve you. But I just want to share with you how else I can support you. So lots of free videos on the YouTube channel, more free special things that I don't share on YouTube at flourishinggoddess.com, my website, especially when you sign up to the newsletter. A lot of completed goddess circles and meditations on flourishinggoddessschool.com. And I will try to open up some more one-on-one coaching sessions, which I've always done online anyway. So, well, not always. I used to have a physical practice once upon a time, but that's how I practice, how I do my coaching and healing work. So on flourishinggoddess.com, if you want a one-on-one session with me, go to Goddess Coaching. And what I'm really loving doing right now are a lot of readings and healings in my sessions. So because in a time of uncertainty, sometimes it's really nice to get an oracle or divine reading and channeled messages just for you specifically. So I'm very happy to support you with that. So let me know how else I can support you. If there are any specific videos that you need right now, especially, with my approach with goddesses, with the divine, with spirituality, meditations, guidance, on anything that's coming up, especially with this time that we are in, let me know in the comments, my love, what that is, so I can meditate on that and create something for you. And please just let me know in the comments how this served you. I would love to know how the messages served you, how the meditation served you, and how you're feeling now after our time together than when you started. So this is a longer video because it's more closer to my circle format. We do a lot more ritual. I hope you enjoy this time together. And I love you so much. We are held. There's a divine order to all of this. We will get through this together. And I see a vision of us flourishing on the other side of this in a way that we never have. So have hope, Have faith, trust, surrender, and let's be there for each other. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sending you so much love. Stay connected. I love you. Namaste. And thank you, Clarice, for staying with me live. I love you.